little tech interruption there, but that's okay. Yeah, so DST, daylight savings time. So remember, it's more than just anxiety. You want to be able to understand your sleep pattern. Why are you not resting? What is your sleep pattern like? And we just talked about how um, it affects you. We talked about three things: how our sleep is affected, safety, and how DST affects our sleep, how DST affects our safety, and how DST affects our wallet. So let's get to it about the wallet, how it affects the money train, right? So it saves energy. It definitely saves energy, and moreover, does it really work? I would love to hear your experience about it. Please go to YouTube. Please go to J Tire Forum One at YouTube and share your experience about does it really work. First of all, in rural areas, farmers operate with natural daylight versus the city, which operates with artificial light. You understand? So, I mean, not to say that city dwellers they don't get to go outside and catch a little sun, but they're surrounded by artificial light, artificial lighting. But the farmers in rural areas, they need natural light, so shifting the clock doesn't change much for them. But in urban settings, it's a mixed bag of nuts. So yeah, evening time, evening in the evening, what does the evening encourage? Shopping and going out to eat. But guess what also spikes energy? DST spikes energy. Can you imagine? It spikes energy, right? So, still on the money train, right? We talked about how DST affects what? Safety, sleep, and our wallets. Still talking about how it affects the wallet, our wallets, because it is designed to save energy by extending daylight hours. However, flip it in the rural area. Now that has to do with urban. In rural areas, agricultural activities are less dependent on artificial lighting. So the energy saving benefits are minimal versus the city. The city is maximum benefits, rural, very little. So in the city, the extended daylight can reduce lighting costs, but may increase energy for air conditioning. I think that it does increase energy usage in rural areas because, child, my electric bill, ooh, my electricity bill, I've never in my whole life, I'm teary eyed just thinking about it. How much it costs to operate a house with that operates strictly on electricity versus in a city where your home operates on electricity and gas. I'm just saying. Woo! It's wicked all. So the DST in the city extended daylight can reduce lighting costs, which is true because my utility bills was it was sweet. It was sweet. But and rural areas, oh my God, increased, increased. However, the health effects, let's move from that because it just makes me, the health effects of DST, both rural and urban, rural and city population experience disruptions in sleep patterns, just what I said earlier, right? Due to the time change. However, urbanites may face additional challenges. Wow. It's true. Because living in the city like forever, there was a huge kit and caboodle of challenges, such as increased stress. Again, increased stress from longer commutes, and higher exposure to artificial light. which can exacerbate sleep issues. It's exhausting. You got what, 2 hour travel from borough to borough or maybe state to state. Some people work in another state every day, or some people travel, whatever they do, they have a long commute. So by the time they, and the artificial light, by the time they're not really exposed to any as much sunlight as they need to. And so, and then stress from the workspace, the workplace, stress from traffic, stress from commuting so long, having a long commute. By the time they get home, they're like, listen, I can't. They're exhausted, right? So still on the money part, economic impact. DST often, urban areas often see a boost in evening economic activities. Now that's in the city. They see a boost in economic activities, such as shopping and dining. That's what city dwellers do. They go shopping and they dine after 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Some people's partying right about that time, even if they do have to go to work because of extended what? Daylight. The flip side, in rural areas, the lifestyle is less tied to evening commerce, less tied to dinner and shopping or even going to a movie. Because people have stuff to do. They gotta, it's an early rise and an early recline. So they may not experience the same economic benefits. It depends on the area, I have to say, because suppose you have like the city part of rural areas, they may operate that way. You know, like I said, it depends on what county you're in. Traffic and safety. Here we go. Last part. Traffic and safety. DST uh, is linked to, well, the study suggests that the risk of traffic accidents increases immediately after DST transitions. Can you imagine? I got to look at that one. I got to prove that one. I never thought of that. I have to prove that. I got to find out about that stat. I have to find out more about that stat. So again, the risk of traffic accidents increases immediately after DST transitions due to sleep what? There it is. Sleep deprivation, lack of sleep, poor sleep patterns. You know, I think the effect is more known in urban areas. Then again, I gotta find out if it's what the stats are in rural areas. Maybe they are suffering. Maybe they are at risk of more traffic accidents. Well, I gotta tell you, they gotta be on Highway 52. On Highway 52, it might be the same effect. DST might have the same effect is what I'm saying, and it could be because there's always something going on Highway 52. I'm just saying, people, and those of you who want to chime in and they agree, and you agree with me, whoever you are, he, she, we, they, us, it is all of us who have these experiences. I need you to share your experience on the effects of DST, traffic and safety. How does it affect you? How has it affected you? How does it affect your community? Please share your experience with me on YouTube at JTire1, at JTire Forum 1 at YouTube, and also at Just Stop It ms.com. Again, just stop it ms.com. I would love to hear from you. And I'm glad you were with me tonight. And listen, come back with me uh, on March 30th, Sunday, March 30th. Listen, tonight we're in a headspace reset. That last part right there. The risk of traffic accidents, how it increases immediately after DST transitions. We got to work that out. We have to work that. There's enough going on the highway. There's enough going on the road. Period. let alone the effects of DST, making increasing. Maybe that's why people have more road rage episodes because of DST. I'm just saying. Come back with me on March 30th, right, for the Just Stop It show. We got a good one for you March 30th, and we're going to be talking about this. Let me give you a little peek. We're going to be talking about hazing. Mm, mm, mm. We're going to be talking about hazing. If anybody knows anything about hazing, it has to do with sports related. Well, actually, it has to do with fraternities and their initiation practices. And, the colleges, schools, education institutions, listen, they're cracking down on this hazing. We're going to talk about the experiences of men and women because we mostly hear about it among men, but we're going to talk about the impact that hazing has on women because we're still in Women's History Month, and we're going to tie in DST in there. How what are the effects of DST and hazing? It doesn't cause hazing, but we're talking about what are the effects of hazing and DST. Um, Again, it doesn't cause it, but we're talking about the time frame it affects your sleep pattern. So hey, come back with me on March 30th, Sunday night, right? Right about this time. I think it's a good vibe this time when people are more relaxed and trying to get their sleep pattern to, trying to, enter, a good sleep pattern, trying to cool out, chill out, and relax. This is a safe place to do it. It's a safe space to do it. So please come back, and um, I hope that you have a good rest of your week, the next few days before we meet again, right? And listen, you got to cope. Learn how to cope. You know, sometimes in traffic, learn how to cope. Get rid of that angry bird thing you got going. It happens. Anger is needful for something. Anger is needful for something. But just be mindful to be more sober, right? Be mindful. Take different routes to where you're going. Don't just take the same route all the time. Take different routes, mix it up. Be flexible. So yeah, just coping and take control. Take control. Take time for you. For starters, prep your body. Check your mind. Prep your body, right? Get rid of that sleep thief, right? You don't want that sleep thief, that sleep thief on your neck. So check your mind for starters. Try a sleep schedule. Try adjusting and create a sleep schedule. Keep screens off. Oh, that part. I'm guilty. Oh, hallelujah. As Chef Alva said, hallelujah. I'm guilty. Keep screens off before bed. Oh man, sometimes I'm sleeping on the phone. I got all three of my phones. One I'm playing the Candy Crush on. Candy Crush Queen I am. The other one I'm looking at my messages, my email messages. Another one I'm doing research or something like that. Yeah, I'm guilty. I really need to do better with my sleep pattern. So if I need to do better, then we all need to do better. Whoever you are, as Trayvon would say, whoever it reaches, wherever it reaches, whoever it reaches, wherever it falls. So hey, we'll do it together. How about that, right? So yeah, maybe that Instagram, maybe that IG reel can wait. Maybe that TikTok reel can wait. Maybe that little joke, whatever, can wait. Just take care of your mind, right? Whether you live in a city or the countryside, your mental health, you deserve that. You deserve that. You deserve to prioritize you, right? So thank you for tuning into the mind check, to the pit stops, the mind check tonight. And listen, I hope this was very helpful. So please subscribe at JTire at YouTube at JTire Forum One. Please subscribe and leave your experience there, and please share it with as many people as you possibly can. I want to, and I want to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, take care of your mind. It's the clock that keeps everything else ticking. Take care of your what? Take care of your mind. It's the clock that keeps everything ticking. Your mind. Keep checking it. Peace, love, and joy.